All right. All right, I would like to call the New Britain Township Park and Recreation meeting to order. First up on the agenda, we have the approval of minutes from June 18th, 2024. Did everyone have a chance to review the minutes?
Yes.
We did.
Anybody have any questions, concerns? Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from June 18th?
I'll motion to approve.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
Second? Any opposed?
Favor.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Nope. All right, so motion carries. Second up is the approval of minutes from July 16th, 2024. Did everyone have a chance to review the minutes from July?
Yes.
We did.
Yes. Any questions?
No.
May I have a motion to approve the minutes from
A
July?
motion to approve the minutes.
All right, is there a second?
I was absent.
S-
You
Nancy.
might have been the only two who were present.
Yes,
so
I was
think
not
this.
present.
Yeah, I think you therefore have to be, can be the only other person to second the motion.
All right, Nancy, you
So-
second the
Do you
motion.
second? Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so the approval of the minutes from July carries. Next up, item number 3 is the fall festival update. How's that? going?
Well, we are doing very well. We have 12 raffle baskets. We have approximately 51 vendors that will be coming.
Oh, wow.
We have 4 inflatables, we have a petting zoo. We have 5 touch trucks. We have what we are in need of is volunteers. We do have Marco is going to be doing hot dogs and hamburgers. And we do have a food truck that's coming also. He was a late addition. He does kinds of empanadas.
Oh, that's great.
So we have lots of activities. There's.
Susan, on that, do we have 2 trucks or just 1?
We have 1 food truck and the other one is Toro Guacamole, which will just be setting up a space.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha.
And there is also a bakery, but I'm not quite sure how much.
Is this the Brown's Bakery?
No, it's
No,
not.
I figured. because
It's
they
one
moved.
from towards the Lehigh Valley.
Okay.
So we did not get participation from too many local restaurants or vendors from this area, but we have a nice variety of people that are coming out as our vendors. We need volunteers. Marco has pretty much covered the food. Brooke is gonna help with raffles and in the beginning registration. We're also gonna be selling New Britain Township tiles, because we have a lot of them.
Sure.
So we'll probably discount them at $25,
Oh.
which was the original cost.
Oh, okay.
There's hundreds of them. And I don't know what else we're gonna do with them,
Mm.
because we're into the next year already.
Sure.
Is the New Britain Florida Food Bank going to be present?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay. I know
They
some,
typically done at that event.
all right, I forget which events
They do,
Santa.
Diana and
they do all the
Easter.
park and rec events. I
Okay.
don't think they haven't done that one yet, so
I especially wasn't sure with
there's probably
the
too much going on. there,
church changing ownership.
Any questions?
Is there still the car show?
We have 2 cars registered,
2
so
cars.
yeah, it's not gonna be much of a car, everybody's gonna get an award.
Oh, wow. Are the awards, are we reusing them from?
Yes, we got new labels for them,
Oh,
so we're
okay.
reusing them and we already have buckets filled with washing stuff, so they'll get a trophy and an award. besides it.
Yeah,
So,
we never had a lot of success with car shows ever since we started.
I really think it needs to.
It's not a destination for those guys.
Yeah,
No.
They'd
If
rather,
it's not
they'd rather be in
specific-
Lansdale, Doylestown.
If it's not specifically for a car show, they are not gonna come.
Right.
sure.
So it is
Yeah,
what it is.
Okay.
Tried.
And the raffle tickets, we say they go to the Veterans Committee, to Veterans Park, if people are asking where the funds go.
Yes, I will have signage for you too.
Before I forget, let's not forget the little boxes.
I have them.
You have
They're-
them?
They're
Okay.
already packed.
I lost sleep over it last night.
Are you kidding me?
No,
I
yes.
lost sleep over the Eagles lost last night, not the boxes.
Um,
Yeah, I have all of those things, including the decorations for the pumpkin, all that stuff. So what I still have to do is signage for the raffles. Signages for our sponsors. I pack all the raffle baskets. I'm just, so tomorrow and Friday, between tomorrow and Friday, it'll all be done and order whatever food, but that's a discussion for tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll take care of that tomorrow. Fine.
Are they still doing the pumpkins?
Yes, decorating the pumpkins.
Decorating the
yes.
pumpkins,
So
still
we have straw that has been already arranged. Coleman Farms will be delivering it to the Park and Rec, right? Park and Rec,
It'll be at the area shed out there.
right.
I'm
So
going
that,
to have the trailer parked there so they can let it rent on the trailer so we can take it back to the shop that night. Put it in the pole barn in case there's any type of moisture and it can be brought down the following day. So we don't have to keep unloading it and loading it.
correct.
Cause it looks like it's gonna be nice. The rain, yeah.
Hellrick's Farm is going to be, we're purchasing the pumpkins from them and we're getting 2 big containers of pumpkins. So I talked to Ryan and Ryan will make arrangements for those to be picked up. So
Sure. What do we do with the leftover pumpkins? Are there ever any
We
left?
typically give them out to, the daycares. Yeah, I
Okay,
think, the one on Chapman Road.
Windmill?
Was that
Is it Windmill?
Windmill? Yes.
Windmill.
They'll usually take them, like leftover Easter eggs.
'Cause I wonder if Butler, they know they have like a fall thing for the kids at the Butler Elementary. I just didn't know if we had leftovers, if they would be interested.
Yeah, they use them for their Halloween
Right.
Yeah,
things.
nice. The Touch of Trucks, where are they from?
we have the fire department, we have the police department, we have the EMS, we have the crane company, Bound Crane Company, we have the school bus for students,
Oh, okay.
and there's somebody else. that
I think there's Public Works truck
Public Works too.
and the skid steer.
Oh, nice. Are the kids able to climb on the skid steer or stuff, or is that like a,
That's gonna be up to whoever.
okay,
I
And
think
then
she'd probably climb one, I'm sure.
Well, the Public Works really won't be there, so probably
They'll be
not.
out, they'll be. doing-
they'll be there.
So there'll be
wandering
nobody
around,
to
but yeah.
supervise, so that's probably not a good idea to have them in there.
We usually take the keys out and if any of the dump trucks are there, we drain the air reservoir, so. Once the air is released from the chamber, the truck won't move, it needs air pressure to release the brakes.
I mean, that's up to you guys if you want to open up the doors or not.
because I know A-Day, kids are allowed in them. I just didn't know if we were doing that, because I know it's some other, like the Doylestown has one, and sometimes the children aren't allowed in them. I was just curious.
Did we get the fire police? Are they coming?
Yep, they're coming. I was not aware that it had to come through chief,
Yeah,
but he did,
yeah.
so we do. Anything else?
Yeah, no, for such short notice, you did a
Thank you.
great job, Sue.
Thank you. I don't sleep at night.
Oh.
It's okay.
I'll volunteer my help, but I'll be late because I have a funeral to go to.
Oh, well, not a good reason why you're gonna be late, but thank you, Nancy, I appreciate you coming.
Yeah, I don't think I can this time, just because my husband is working. I'll help the kids, so I'll be there, but I won't be able to
It's fine. We'll have enough.
to
people.
attend.
We'll have enough people.
We're
Okay.
hoping.
Okay.
He keeps saying that, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I've always done the raffles or the
I mean,
petting.
once everything's in place, it's really,
Well, that's
it's,
the hardest part is getting everybody lined up and everybody into a space
yeah.
and everything in place.
See what's gonna happen. Everybody shows up at 8, 9 o'clock. Everybody will help park, everybody, and then we'll move to our assignments, raffle, food, boom, 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 piece of
Mhm.
cake.
I know, but I do need, the inflatables did send me a video that we have to watch for instructions on how to, I guess, keep an eye on everything and make sure everybody's safe.
Yeah.
I have
mean,
not watched that at all yet.
I think one year there was a
Never- I never
nosebleed.
was.
I remember
Chris
that.
Grove.
Was
It
there?
was,
a
yeah,
collision.
Chris used to do the
Yeah.
inflatable. Is he gonna be doing them or we don't know?
No, he no longer works here. He hasn't for like 30 years.
Oh, no, I'm thinking, who's the guy that does the cut, he's also the mechanic,
He's going to, Gary retired.
David.
He was never certified. They would just sit there and watch them. We have the sign, last year, the year before, we just put the signs out there that said parents are responsible for their own children.
Oh, do we still have those signs?
Yeah, I have everything.
Oh, put them out, please,
You
but,
Yeah.
but I still plan on assigning people to just keep an eye on it, because Kristen will be there to help me too,
Okay.
staff, and So, and I'm still trying to work on a couple more volunteers.
Yes, I had the, last week I went through and pulled every sign out that we
Thank
need
you.
and set it aside, so we're good to
Thank you.
go.
Yeah, and then, the generators, or using those Hondas, right?
Mhm.
Those quiet ones.
Right, and that's Park and Rec will take care of maintaining those and making sure they're filled, right?
Well, whoever's here, the
Right.
Public Works Department or
Yeah.
whoever from, I think we
Whoever,
got
yeah,
2 or 3 guys.
two.
working, 2.
Is there the army truck this year there?
The veterans will be here. I'm not
I
sure
think
what equipment
one
they're
guy's
bringing.
bringing a Jeep, I believe for
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there's gonna be a truck there or not, but definitely bringing the World War II Jeep.
Well, they'll have their own separate area they wanted.
Yeah,
So will New Britain Township Police, because they're also doing Rita's Water Ice. So, but they'll all be in the, close to the touch truck. We also have Balloon Lady and we also have face painting, so there's lots and lots of things to do.
did the
So-
chief make the decision on what cars and trucks he's bringing or they're bringing?
Mm.
Are they bringing that, what's that thing called?
Probably not the MRAP,
MRAP? No,
that's up to
Do
the
not-
starter now.
I do not know.
Gee, that
So
sounds like my car.
the biggest thing is if you're on Facebook, if you could share the event
Sure.
and promote it. And get the word out there. We've been
Mhm.
doing a lot of that, but. The more people that share it, the better, because
Alright.
it gets to different areas and different people.
Sure,
But it's been on every community calendar, it's everywhere that I could think to put it.
sure. Is Coleman Hay Farms, are they bringing their horses? They're not. Okay,
I'm just happy they're bringing the straw.
sure. Yeah. They're good people.
Yeah, there. I am gonna give him a sponsorship. I mean, we're paying for it, but he discounted it, so, and they're delivering it, so
Sure, yeah,
we will mention him as a sponsor.
that sounds good. Okay,
yep, we'll finalize everything tomorrow at our meeting and we'll see everybody on Saturday.
sure. Does anybody else have any questions?
You know
So-
where I am if you have, if you think
Sure.
of anything afterwards.
Okay, that sounds good. All right. Fourth item is the Santa house.
It's our next big event.
That's
Yeah.
me too.
How about it?
Is it a little bit too early to talk about the Santa house?
We always
September,
start
October, November, December, 3 months, yeah.
Really?
The
Mm.
flyer's ready.
Flyers already?
That's all I can say.
Hasn't fallen off the trailer yet.
Yeah,
We're off
What-
the loader.
is it, when is it? Do we know? Is it the second or first weekend in December?
I think it's the
Second.
second weekend.
The second weekend.
Mhm.
Okay, I am available to help with that. I usually do the Friday. But we usually typically reach out to the schools. Is it?
The
St.
flyers
Jude's?
are already in place.
Okay. And then, in the past, haven't we, what's the cookie situation this year? Before we
I
need to
need to
do,
get through Fall Festival. I need to get through Fall Festival and Veterans Day. And
okay,
then Santa House, so I'm working
Well,
on.
the cookie thing, that's just, that's an easy
okay,
thing, as long as the choirs are in place, I think that's the
Sure.
toughest thing, because
Okay.
they have their schedule.
Sure.
And the schools start.
They're done.
And there will be, I do have an idea how to replace, I think last year we wanted to replace the.
yes, I remember the,
the Archway.
Yeah.
That
Yep,
goes through, so
okay,
I have an idea how to do it,
okay,
so I think we're just gonna eliminate the other, just getting the lighting across.
sure, that's
But-
perfect. And then, we have the house and Santa is in place.
Oh,
We got it for one more year.
that's it.
All right,
Hmm. Is Fusion Kitchen going to make the hot chocolate again?
I'm not sure about that. I will reach out.
people
to
did
Walt.
like, I heard it was good. I didn't have any.
It was extremely hot. though.
Yeah, but I heard it
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, anything was sort of better than packets shaken
Yeah,
out.
sure.
From dehydrated.
I
cocoa.
I
will,
think
I will reach
I think
out.
they were a little overwhelmed because Rubes, because like, "Oh, you need more already. 'cause they
Yeah,
had started." I don't
'cause
think
it
they realized how
cranked
much
out.
they were gonna go through.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure they will. I talked to, was it
Walt.
Mike?
Walt.
Walt last year. He's a real nice guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, so.
and then do we have to reach out to the firehouse to secure Santa's ride? Do we have to do that now, or can that be done next month?
I would say probably next month, you'd probably be okay.
Okay.
We think the more notice that they have.
The better,
off we'll
sure.
be, but they're always very accommodating.
Sure. Okay, what would you need from us to help assist with the Santa house? Can we do
I'll be honest, I wanted to move it to the park this year,
to the park?
but that was nixed.
That was,
No, you just don't get the traffic.
We have 4 neighborhoods that would be, it's walkable. I just thought maybe.
Yes,
it
but
would-
we don't have the lighting in the park, it's.
I know.
And then
But
it's gonna, it'll affect the food order as well, because Giant's right there.
sure.
I
Do we
just think that New Britain Township needs a different look. In the community, I'm a former resident and I know what the word is out on the street. And I just thought if we change things up a little bit this year, that maybe it would be worthwhile. So that's just my opinion and, but yes, I will make sure that everything is in place for Santa's house. I will make sure that we have hot chocolate. I will make sure that we have the firehouse for his ride.
Okay, and then, do we have to reach out to Giant to
We
orchestrate a
always have
permit
to
or something?
Braxmore, whoever, yeah.
It's the, not Giant, it's the,
Brit Max,
Well, bricks more for putting the unit there,
the,
and then generally try to get a donation from Giant, for the
Yes.
cookies and stuff like
Yeah.
that if we can. At least a partial donation.
sure.
And
Okay.
who normally handles that? Me?
Yeah, the,
Can I get a contact for the,
I'm sure it's not somewhere in the archives, I'm sure Shell would probably have good contact, or Christine might have some records that she did. Or not. I forget who it was, I can look in my emails.
no, it's okay.
the only Santa that was really, really cool one year is when the fire truck brought him in. Like, off of Skyline Drive, remember that?
Yeah, to the antique mall.
Yeah,
That was the business associate, business
Yeah.
alliance.
That was the Business Alliance. And
Yeah.
the Business Alliance also had Coleman, the horses bring Santa in one year too, when the Business Alliance was involved.
Yeah.
We did that.
because I mean,
I
last
think
year,
that's cool.
there was no fire trucks, right? Like,
Yeah.
but was there, but it didn't,
It stayed for like a half an
no,
hour.
but it didn't go down the road with Santa on it, right?
It went right around, I went around the entire shopping center, came right to the house and dropped them off. I stayed there,
Okay,
and the kids were entertained, actually, it was almost to the point where we couldn't hear the choir, because it was there.
gotcha, yeah, I wasn't there last year.
yeah, when the truck stays, I think
It keeps the kids that are in line. waiting
Yes,
occupied,
I agree.
And they're not running, it's a much nicer.
Yeah, cause I think one year they stayed, but one year they didn't.
Right.
Or they stayed on a Friday, but didn't on the Saturday, I forget, but yes, no, I think
Does
that,
he arrive on the fire truck both days?
Yes.
yeah. Santa comes both days,
God willing,
yeah,
weather cooperating,
and that's,
no fire siren.
I don't think I've ever been around where it's been canceled cause of the rain. Is it ever canceled?
Well, we had one year where it was.
We had to close up early because it was going on, and there was it wasn't like it wasn't torrential, it wasn't a blizzard or anything like that,
Right.
it had snowed, and several of us had to leave to go salt, and
Okay,
then come back and start breaking everything
Yeah,
down.
and I think one year we canceled because it was so cold.
It was
Yeah.
windy, and we were getting, I remember, yeah, we canceled it because there was supposed to be torrential rain coming,
Yeah,
and the wind gusts were over like 50 miles an hour, so
Yeah.
that Saturday we made the call not to do it, that was. I'm gonna say probably 3 years ago, maybe,
I don't remember.
we did it on the Friday, but we didn't do it on the Saturday.
Right, I always volunteer on the Fridays, so,
And it used to be 2 weekends.
Yeah, but we just didn't ever, it was a waste to do it too, we do it the one weekend, that way everyone's there, because the second weekend it would always be like. Well, everyone just saw them,
right,
so,
okay.
and that's a lot to keep that there for 2 weeks.
And does it remains overnight? You don't have to break it down?
We deliver it, we load it up, drop it off. On Friday, and then the following Monday, we'll go pick it up. We have barricades set up around it, so it's not big, it's right in the one little corner, it's a little nook that it has.
And Bob has a chair?
Bob has a chair.
Thanks to Kathy.
Yes, yeah. We'll have to reach out to Kathy
She
again,
gave us all the stuff
see if
that she
she,
had to cover the hay bales and everything.
Yeah.
You might as well just keep it.
yeah, sure. That's nice.
Maybe she'll come this year.
Yeah. And the bells, we'll have to, I guess, talk about that later if we're ordering the bells. Did we order them or was that Kathy did it the first year, but the second year? Did they, did
I think the township ordered the bells.
Christine had
the
ordered the bells,
second
I
year?
believe,
Okay.
yeah.
And what bells would those be?
They're just like little cowbells. They're
They're
snowmen
like-
or,
they're- so the kids can ring when Santa comes in.
yeah, it's kind of cute.
Kept them entertained.
Yeah, I think even like a jingle bell would suffice, but the kids like the bells. We
Mhm.
always run out.
Is
All
there
right.
anything else that we give out that day?
Just the cookies, hot chocolate, and as of
Candy cane,
2 years, the bells became popular.
Yeah, Santa gives out the candy cane.
Mhm.
Mhm. All right. Any other comments with the Santa house?
Yep.
Yeah,
No.
good start.
Good start. Do you feel like you have enough of a direction of
Yeah.
you?
The last two events, I've just been winging it, so
Yeah.
I got this one too.
Yeah. All right. Number 5 on the list, other business?
Yes, I have several things I'd like to
Good.
inform the board of.
Yes, okay.
I don't know if you've been through North Branch, but the paving is complete on the basketball court.
Oh, nice,
All the fences up, all the posts are in, and
nice.
5 of the backboards are up. Didn't
Okay.
have enough time today to get the last one
Oh,
up.
darn.
And all the repairs, the trail has been started being repaved right now too,
Okay,
as well.
nice.
So,
You guys doing that?
was that?
You guys
Yeah,
doing that?
that's in, well, Public Works, most of this was done with a lot of help from Public Works, so we were able to chip in when we could.
Are you
But
paving
you-
right on top?
Was that?
Are you paving right on top of it? Or are you
What
like
they did is they
milling
made
it?
one pass all the way around, which is called scratch coat, which
Okay.
basically kind of a leveling coat, which kind of gets, after I removed a lot of old stumps and a lot of the tree roots that were causing damage.
Sure,
And those areas were cut out and repatched before they overlaid everything.
okay, nice,
So they made one pass all the way around with a thin coat, and now they're in the process of putting the top coat on the final coat.
nice.
So, and then next week, we do, Seal Master is scheduled to come in and we're gonna have, the basketball court should be completely done, painted,
Peanut, yeah.
yeah, sealed.
Very
colored,
cool.
Striped. So
What were the colors that were decided on?
we did dark blue and dark gray. So
Okay,
they were the most wearable colors,
good.
so
Yeah.
we just went with his recommendation, and the
Sure.
center court will have 1 3-point shot. So the 2 outer courts will have the keys,
Very
the foul
cool.
lines,
Good,
the center will have a 3-point line. as well.
nice. And are there benches there for kids that are playing?
No.
There are no benches,
There's no
okay.
benches. There's a fence all the way around it, but there's no benches. So
No
I'm sure
benches.
it's civil. I don't think there's ever been a bunch. There's never
Sure.
been a bench there.
It might, I mean,
They sit under the
maybe
tree.
too late now, but what a-
They ride their bikes over, throw them on the ground and sit under the
Sure.
tree, so
sure.
they don't care.
Cool. Very cool. That's awesome. I would love to see that.
And canine event.
Oh,
Canceled.
yeah. Cancel?
What?
Yeah, I had reached out to him several times he was concerned if there was, after we went through and got the approval here and I wrote the memo to go to the board.
Yeah,
They were on the agenda and he started asking if there was water available or electric available. I'm like, well, I asked you if you needed what you needed.
yeah,
So I said, we don't have either at West Branch. I
Right.
said, none of our parks really, I said, you can bring a generator out.
sure.
I said, but as far as water, I said, there's no water, I said, nothing potable.
Right, yeah.
So,
For,
so we couldn't meet the accommodations that they needed,
Oh,
so they had to find,
the different venues.
they said, thank you for your offer, but it's just won't work for us. For the
Yeah.
event that we have. So
Huh,
it would have been neat,
that
but
would have been really neat. Is there easier accessibility to water and electric here at North Branch?
well, you see, electric for what they wanted to run their inflatables for like the dog shit, there was 2-part training is what it was gonna be.
Right,
One was protection, one was obedience.
agility, okay,
Yeah, so they're gonna have like a holiday or Halloween themed
sure,
blow ups. So I mean, they would have to run it. So we would have to run extension cords.
sure,
And they would probably blow the circuits that we have in the pavilion right now.
okay,
And the
Sure.
only potable water we have would be up up here
Okay,
outside.
yeah,
Cause everything at the field, at the fields, I don't know.
sure,
And plus, here is not a viable. At the time they wanted to do it, we would have had to move 3 different separate leagues and close the park
yeah,
for
right,
them. Aside from the vicinity of the walking trail versus the field that they would use with other dogs, I didn't know what type of liability that would pursue,
Right.
so. That West Branch was the best area for them,
yeah,
but unfortunately, it
can't,
didn't work out,
no,
so.
it's a bummer. Okay,
How can we develop a system that we know that somebody's pulling a permit on the field and we don't call for no reason? How you propose we do that? Like, that league was there again, I texted
Right.
you and you said they have a permit,
Yes,
and I don't wanna keep doing that if.
no, well, they reached out again, he filled out the application, I told him, I said, and this was right before. PA Rush had just turned in their application and secured the field for the rest of the fall. Until November 30th.
Okay,
I mean, I could send you copies of the permits as I issue them.
well, I don't wanna you go out of your way,
Well,
it's
no,
just
I mean,
that,
it's there, all I have to do is attach it to an email and send it to you,
yeah,
and then you can see what dates and who has what.
yeah.
If you'd like, I
it's-
can start
You know what
doing
we're
it.
talking about, right? There's this foreign league. Meeting outside the township. And they play soccer on West Branch and they don't pull permits. And we welcome them to play soccer there, but they have to pull a permit.
I've talked
So
to
I
them.
saw them the other day and I texted Bill, says, hey, do they have a permit? He goes, yes. But I don't wanna bother Bill, on a Sunday or anybody else for that matter.
is this the same team with was it
It's not, I talked to the guy, he goes, we're just a bunch of friends, we do wear different colored jerseys, but it's a bunch of us like to get together and play soccer.
Okay,
It's not, he goes, we're not a league,
Yeah.
just, I'm like, okay.
and then how does that work? Do you still need a permit if you're not a league
Yeah,
or?
he gets, it's a different system, it's a different charge,
Sure,
because it's just a 1-day field use,
sure.
so it's a minimal fee.
What is the charge for
It's,
just?
it's $25 for
$25.
1 day.
They're welcome to play there,
Yeah.
just pull the permit,
Right, and
it's-
he
it's-
actually, like I said, he goes, I don't want anybody to come out, I don't wanna get kicked off, if the police come out, I'm like, it's fine.
It's,
Just get your permit, so he's really nice, I think
Yeah,
understand,
sure,
I don't think
sure.
it's gonna be an issue anymore, but.
Good,
Do the permits get posted anywhere?
I have them. But I keep a record of them. Every year.
it's,
And it
it's,
gets sent
it's
to the
just,
permit. It's basically, so
here's,
if I'm on the field, okay, let's just say I have a bunch of friends, we're out on one of the softball fields and we're there playing. And a team comes up and says, oh, we have the field, we're like, well, no, you don't, and they show the permit, yes, they have right, you have to leave. And if police are called, they will say, you still have to leave, they have the permit, they have the right to use the field.
So
It's like-
the teams normally will bring the permit with them to,
They don't even have to, they can just, they'll either have it on their email,
Okay.
yeah, because that's how I send it, so. It's the same goes with any pavilion or anything else that we rent. Here's your permit, if anybody else comes in there and sets up, they get kicked out. And it just guarantees you have the. The space
Okay.
that you rented available for you, so.
so would it involve the police if people refuse to leave? I'm sorry, I'm just being educated here.
Well, that's if you have a permit and there's someone on the field and you say, can you, I actually, and. Yeah, you're not permitted to be on the field right now, I mean. I've never had an issue as far as where it comes, people will be like, oh, all right, we're sorry, we'll just leave, so.
no, we just had, about 6-7 years ago, we had problems with that. And we kind of resolved it and we told them, please pull a permit, and they did.
Right.
And then they stopped again, it could be somebody totally different, I don't know. But if you're gonna use our fields, those guys are the ones that have to empty out the trash cans and they have to do all this stuff. And after you have, 200 people there or 100 people, that's more work for Parks and Rec. So therefore, the permit's $25, it's,
Helps
And they
with the
clean up after
maintenance.
themselves, there's no,
Yeah.
other than the fact that. That they're playing there and the trash cans are full, it's not, they don't leave it in disarray.
Yeah.
So most leagues are like that, they're really good about.
Yeah.
Policing themselves and cleaning up.
Wasn't there one Sunday when there was a group out here playing?
yeah.
And was it adults or something? Why do I remember it was adults?
Yeah, it could be. We had a few incidents where they never pulled the permits, but
Do the permits pertain to just the fields, not the courts?
We don't have anything set up for the basketball courts, it's not regulation.
Right.
So
Okay,
they're really,
so,
there's no league play there. I mean, if
Sure.
somebody wants to use it for instruction or whatever, half the day, you know,
sure,
they're there.
okay,
We don't think there's not even anything on our application for,
For
our
the
permit
bas-
application for the
sure.
basketball.
yeah, I mean,
Never ever had a question. Had one person, if I just wanna get together with some of my friends and shoot some baskets, I said, the court's there.
yeah,
There's
Sure.
nothing, that's what it's there,
sure,
you know? I said, the permit just ensures the fact that you have reserved it.
yeah,
right,
And
yeah.
especially kids.
And we posted the parks. You guys posted the parks, you know, it says permit required. Again, everybody's welcome. Just pull a permit.
Okay.
All right, no problem.
What about, finding a person for the seat here, the vacancy on the board? Who's in charge of, I don't
Yeah,
know,
I had a talk with Dan, we need a resignation from Renee.
still?
Yes, I emailed her and I haven't gotten a response
Mhm.
yet, so I think that's what we're waiting for.
All right, if she doesn't respond, then what's the time frame?
I don't know. I can reach out to Dan again and see what has to happen.
But it's up to the
Or is
supervisor.
it just gonna be until we do a rework in January and then somebody gets appointed because I
Was,
don't know how that works.
Well, I personally would do it earlier than later, because if we, you know, we could not have a quorum at times.
Right,
So I
Right.
think it's important to have somebody come on board. I mean, I think your July meeting was what, two of you?
cause
Mhm.
I was absent and I
Yeah.
think you were.
So there was
there's
two
only
of you, so you
Yeah.
can't get any business done, so
Right.
might as well fill the seat. I mean, that's you guys' call.
Yeah, is it the Board of Supervisors? It's their
Yep.
deal? So
Yep.
we don't, there's nothing we need to do. We don't need to solicit for somebody or recommend or hire or interview or anything.
Nope.
Have you heard anything?
Well, we haven't formally gotten the resignation from her, so really we can't do anything.
What if you don't?
Well, then I'll have to check with our solicitor and see what the story is. I don't think that supervisors that are missing from action, that's a different situation than a committee or board. In other words, like Park and Rec Board, I don't know whether that is the same guidelines as do supervisors. So, but if she doesn't come forward with her actual resignation, then the supervisors can make a decision and say, well, position is vacant and we're gonna fill it. And advertise for it and see who comes forward.
Okay,
Hey, that would be my recommendation, just for
Yeah.
the purpose of having a quorum, you know, it's.
cause it's been since May.
Yeah,
Right.
does Renee realize that
June,
she's
July,
holding up the
August, September.
process?
It's 4
I
months.
can email her again.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's not doing it on purpose. It's just that, you know, when you move, it's like.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Like, it's probably the
She
least.
got a pretty hefty price for her house. It was in the paper.
And is this board limited to 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we were told we are not getting any other auxiliary people. We are not getting any junior members.
Right,
We're only allowed to be the 5 people. We used to have spaces for non-voting members, but the Board of Supervisors decided against continuing those positions.
who is now, did we appoint a vice president? Vice chair, what was it called? Cause she was
She
the,
was the vice chair.
right, so right now we
technically she
operating
still is
with-
The vice chair, so I
right,
guess we can't really appoint another vice chair, correct? Until we get her resignation.
Yeah, I think we're making a little bit too much out of this. I mean, we're an advisory committee for
Right.
Parks and Recreation. Let's not make this complicated. I mean,
I just didn't know what
it's not
that,
like we're the Board of Supervisors
Sure.
or, you know, zoning or. Not to say that we're not important, it's just that.
Yeah. It's not their priority.
I
Well,
just
it's
wanted to make
it's-
sure it
it's
wasn't
something-
something
It's
we,
something very minor. I
that
mean,
we
it's-
needed to do. That was
I
not
guess it would ultimately be up to the board of supervisors.
being
For
attended
when
to.
they're ready, I'm sure they'll tell us,
Okay.
right, Mr. Jones?
Very true.
It does help if we.
Come
had
on, Mrs.
somebody
Jones.
who was Not having.
I
a quorum.
agree, for sure.
Right, and voting too, if you needed a tiebreaker, you're an even number.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I agree.
All right,
I just had another question as well. Did we talk about putting a sign updating the sign out front to an electric sign, wasn't that in the works?
That is in the capital plan, but I don't think it's
It's-
2027.
Okay, so we're not, I was just
somewhere around
curious.
There.
Okay. Okay. Does
'28.
anybody have any other questions or concerns they'd like to discuss?
You-
No? All right, number 6 on our list is public comment. None? All right,
Unless
so,
there's a ghost out there.
yeah, maybe. So number 7, adjournment. May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion made?
I'll
May-
second.
Second, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right.